Hey everyone, it's Chad from Colorado Giants. Today is February 15th, I believe. It's Tuesday. It's my day off. I'm getting a little work done in the greenhouse because before you know it, it's going to be time to start those seeds and get your giant pumpkins rocking and rolling. Today we're doing a general update, so stay tuned. Alrighty, like I said, we're doing a little bit of a general update today. The last several months there's been nothing to update because I've taken the winter off, but we have done a handful of little projects. It's a beautiful day out today. It's probably right now in the mid 50s or so in the greenhouse. It's probably like 75, 80 degrees. That's why I turned one of the fans on while I was in there because it's hot. We've had a lot of snow in February. I think this is one of the snowiest Februaries we've ever had. So we still got tons of snow, but just as we're doing a general update, I want to show you the Turkey Palace. We kind of finished, have finished the Turkey Palace. It's not quite done yet. It's really close. We ran out of fence pickets right over here, so we just got to do the fence pickets right there, and we're putting a roof on it. On the note of the Turkey Palace, unfortunately, the fox finally did get Gloria. So our beloved turkey is no longer. Just stinks. It's one of those things. If you have any tips on, it's funny, my watch just Googled turkey. If you have any tips on trapping a fox, let me know. We really would love to exact our revenge on that fox. And I've not had a whole heck of a lot of luck. But this is looking great. We have something different that's going to go in here along with turkey. So stay tuned for what that will be. It'll be right in line with what we got going on here. Something different, weird, unique. We show you something else. So here's something else new we got going on around here. I think I might have mentioned it in videos of past. Finally showed up the new tractor. This is a John Deere 4052M. This is the biggest compact tractor in the John Deere line. So anything bigger than this, you're getting into like a real tractor. This is the biggest compact 40 horsepower tractor, 40 horsepower PTO. It has a ROPS bar. Yes, and this will fit into the greenhouse. I have to fold that down, and then that will get into the greenhouse. This is definitely a little bit bigger than what I will be able to fully utilize here right now. However, in a handful of years, we do have aspirations of moving to a little bit bigger of a property. So as this is a really big purchase for the business, wanted to go a little bit bigger rather than a little bit smaller. Like they say, I'd rather need it and have it than need it and not have it. So with this, we got it. With, like I said, the snow earlier, it has been nice to be able to use this for snow plowing. I really haven't gotten a lot of attachments for it because I don't really need that many attachments for it right now. I went to get a snow pusher, but a snow pusher was like $7,000 or something, and I felt that was a little bit excessive. And if I just do a decent job of manipulating the bucket, I could do a really good job at plowing our big driveway. But eventually I do want to get like a rubber tipped snow pusher so I can really scrape it clean. Other than that, we got a mower deck that's on back order like everything else, and a set of pallet forks. But that's really it. I don't need a whole heck of a lot. So that's the new tractor. It'll help just doing work around here easier. We have more projects that we want to get to either this summer, spring, summer, or next, or in years down the road. But with that, it's going to make a lot of that easy so we can do some of it ourselves. Seeds. I'm sending out the last bunch of seeds that I got today, or the last bunch of bubbles that I got today. So probably 20 more or so going out. If you haven't gotten them, keep an eye out for those notices from the mailman. Postage due, it might have shown up, but you might have to pay, 50 cents or something for a little bit more postage. So keep an eye on your mail for that. If you've gotten your seeds, comment below. Let me know that you got them, just so I know the mailman's doing his job. And yeah, so let's go to the greenhouse. All right, so here we are back in the greenhouse where it's borderline uncomfortably warm, but being that it's wintertime, I'll take it. What I've been up to is kind of raking up the random oddball piles of plant matter. They were left over. Most of them were from those stupid tomato plants that kind of took over. And I'm putting out all of my pellets, all of the pelleted amendments that I like to use, being, let me show you, being pelleted alfalfa pellets and beet pulp pellets. So the reason that I put those down every year, irregardless of what my soil test is because I know I've taken out nitrogen from the soil. This is going to put nitrogen back in. The beet pulp pellets add sugar and a little bit more organic matter into the soil, which will help bring in, hopefully worms and feed those microbiological bacteria that eat the sugar that those beet pulp pellets have. So the main thing that I'm accomplishing today is I'm going to take my soil sample and send off my soil sample. So I'm not going to get too in depth on it, because if you look and years past, you will see how I do that and how I've done that. All you do is soil sample. What is a soil sample? Great question. Thanks for asking. A soil sample is basically just what it sounds like. I'm taking a sample of my dirt and I'm sending it to a laboratory to get tested. I use Western Labs. Whomever you use them, because you will learn their testing metric and what they recommend. Stay with it. So don't bounce back and forth between, this guy and that guy and the other guy. If you use somebody, just use them. I use Western Labs. They're good to the pumpkin community, and they have pumpkin specific tests. So Western Labs is who I use once again. What that's going to do is it will basically tell me what I need to add to my soil that will make it ideal for growing Atlantic giant pumpkins. So, the test results that they send back to me are going to be different than, let's say, a corn farmer or somebody who's growing vegetables, ornamental vegetables like broccoli or carrots or whatever. The specific plant requirements for a plant that's going to grow, hopefully, a 1,700 pound or above fruit are a lot different than lettuce. So, it makes the most sense. If you're going to race a NASCAR race, you're not going to take the wife's minivan. You're going to take a NASCAR. So it's the same kind of principle. We're going to grow a giant pumpkin, so we're trying to put our soil to the level where it is going to make it easier to grow a giant pumpkin. So that's what I'm going to do today. To do that, I'm going to take a little bit of soil from, different parts throughout the pumpkin patch, probably in a grid pattern similar to how I have my amendments set out. And then, I'll take a shovel, I'll get, a handful of dirt, and then I'll do that from all around. So we're getting a sample of the soil in the greenhouse as a whole. Once I do that, I'll put it in this bag. I'll let it dry for a day or two, and then I'll send it into Western Labs. Western Labs will test it. They'll send me an email that says, Chad, these are our recommendations. I'll share that with you in a video. And then based on that, I will take those amendments. Let's say I need 5 pounds of nitrogen and, a half pound of boron and some manganese and some iron and, whatnot. And I will sprinkle that all over the patch, along with some other things. So the other things that I'm going to add this year, in addition to the soil test, obviously the several hundred pounds worth of beet pulp pellet and alfalfa, but I also am going to add another bag of those sodium water crystals, as well as more perlite, and that's probably about it. I don't need a whole lot past that. So yeah, I think that's all I really got. We need to have the conversation about seeds here pretty soon, what seeds I want to choose, because I really don't know quite yet. And I think that's all I got for you today. Again, comment below if you have any questions. We're getting to the seed starting time. Let's see, we're in middle of, so I'm probably 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks away from seed starting time. So that means if I'm 5 weeks away, I'm probably 8 weeks away from wanting to get them in here. So it's coming up really fast, if not like 6 or 7 weeks actually, from putting stuff in the greenhouse. Saying that out loud is kind of terrifying because, as usual, I'm behind. If you were really on your A game and you were a real go-getter, like, you know, the people who grow 2,000-pound pumpkins, all of this stuff would have been done in the fall, and then you would basically come back through in the springtime and just do some minor adjustments. So hopefully, let's see, like I said, Tuesday next week, I'll get everything conglomerated. I'll get it tilled into the garden, and then I might try to throw down a cover crop like I said I was going to do in the fall. I could probably do a quick cover crop, let that grow for a handful of weeks, and it'll be good because in the greenhouse I have the ability to you know, kind of cheat Mother Nature a smidgen when it comes to the poor weather. One quick thing I want to answer that I just remembered somebody asked is, Chad, why are you watering your greenhouse right now? Because I don't want the soil to die. I don't want my soil to become hydrophobic like it was last year. So I've been watering very regularly. Let me see if I can show you. So, you know, it's nice and moist down there, and my soil is going to absorb the water rather than, you know, just shut it off and me have to work half the season to bring it back. I'll just keep it alive. Much better plan. So that's all I got for you. Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you subscribe. This year the goal is 1,800 subscribers, we're gonna say, because we're pretty close to 1,500, which is awesome and a half. So let's get to 1,800 this year. As such, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. Maybe we'll do a special seed giveaway. We'll save that for the next video. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.